Hey guys, Rick Stone here from Our Stoney Acres. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Hey, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a box opening. This is a sponsored video by Smart Pots, and so I'm kind of excited to do this. My first time doing a sponsored video with a box opening like this, and pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to show you the Smart Pots, the fabric pots. Okay, before we get started though, please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that notification bell so you get notice every time we release new videos. And do me a favor, we're just getting started over on Instagram. We're doing a lot of fun stuff over there. I'm trying to pop in almost every day in the stories and show you something in the garden, either a tip or what's happening in our garden. And so we've got a lot of fun stuff going on over there. I'd love it if you go follow us there as well. Okay? All right, so here we go. I was contacted by a company named Smart Pots, and they are the makers, the original makers of fabric pots and containers that we can grow in. And they were interested in having me do some videos, and so we talked about it and came up with a series of videos that we're going to be doing. There'll be 5 videos that we're going to be doing this midsummer and fall, where we're going to be talking about growing in fabric containers. And the post won't be specifically about the fabric containers. We're going to be talking about mid-season planting and fall planting, things like that. But we're going to be featuring the Smart Pots. Okay, so I wanted to do today a little bit of a box opening, and I've already opened the box so that I could have things in the order that we wanted them. But we opted to go. They have a bunch of different color options and things like that. We kind of felt like our containers in our garden are a little bit drab, and so we actually decided to go with their vibrant colors. And so they actually offer these brighter colors. So we've got an orange that we ordered, and then this is a violet or a purple, and then they have a blue as well. And so we ordered all of these, kind of thinking, you know, it would kind of snazzy things up a little bit and kind of add some color to our garden. The other thing is we're going to be using some of these over at my daughter's new house, and she liked the color options as well, and so we kind of went with those. Okay, so let me show you the different sizes. So I ordered, they have sizes all the way from 1 gallon up to like huge, like 1,000-gallon ones if you want. But I opted for 3 different sizes. So we've got, first off, this is the 10-gallon pot. I'm really kind of surprised at how big this guy is. Okay, so I have not, the containers that I've gardened in, the fabric containers that I've gardened in the past have only been 7-gallon. This 10-gallon is going to give me a lot more options for different plants that we can put in here, because it's going to give us a lot more space. Okay, so with the 10-gallon or smaller, the handles are just part of the fabric itself. When we get into the bigger containers, so like this is the 15-gallon, and this guy is huge, so we're going to have a lot of good options for this one. And you'll notice that they do the reinforced handles that are sewn on and reinforced to make them a little bit stronger with these bigger, heavier pots. Okay, so that's, again, that one's the 15-gallon. I'm not sure if you can see the scope of the size there, but really nice sized. And then we also did one of these 20-gallon, because one of the things that we are going to be, so look at this guy, huge, really, really big. One of the things that we're going to be trying to plant this mid-season, so I'm going to do this today, is we're going to plant a zucchini. And we've got about 90 days until our first frost, and so we wanted to have lots of space to grow this zucchini in, and so we'll fill this guy up and then put a cage on there as well, so that we can grow zucchini in this great big giant pot. Okay, all right, so let's talk really quick just about the Smart Pot. Again, they're like the original manufacturers of these guys. They hold the patent on it, and kind of a fun company. They've got a lot of products, all gardening related, and so you should go check out their website. It's down below. And by the way, clicking on the link down below it's not an affiliate link or anything like that, so just click on it and go check them out. Okay, so let's talk about some of the advantages of using these fabric pots in particular over like regular clay pots or plastic pots, and why you might want to choose a Smart Pot. Okay, so first reason is aeration of the roots. Okay, so because this fabric is going to allow a lot more airflow and air circulation in there, one of my biggest concerns or frustrations with regular pots is that they get mucky down inside there in the soil, and you don't get as much air circulation and oxygen down to the roots. And roots believe it or not, need oxygen to thrive. And so it's important that you have that. And so these fabric pots allow that. They keep that air circulation going. And then kind of to go along with that is what we call air pruning. Okay, so as the roots grow in a regular container, they're going to grow and then they're going to meet the edge of that container and they're going to turn. Okay, and they're going to start to circle. And that's why, you know, you'll take something out of a container and you'll see this just kind of circled, mangled mess of roots. Okay, that's actually not very good for the plants. And with these fabric containers, when those roots come out and reach the edge of the pot, they're what we call air pruned. Okay, so that the air actually causes them to stop growing, and instead it causes them to grow back along, and it grows more roots along the main stem of the root, giving you a healthier, stronger, more vibrant plant. Okay, so super good reason for you to be growing in these fabric pots. There's a bunch of others. I don't want to spend this whole video kind of just like selling it. I just wanted to kind of introduce this to you. One of the other things that I like is they're made in the USA and they're BPA and lead free, which is a big concern for us. My daughter, we're going to be using some of these over at my daughter's place. They've got a little one, and so we want to make sure that we're staying away from those you know, chemicals and those issues that so both lead and BPA free. Okay, all right, so that's the smart pot. Here's what we're going to be doing video wise over the next little bit. Starting this week, we're going to do 2 videos on mid-season planting. So we're gonna plant some stuff in the garden now. We're July in a zone 6 garden, and so we're going to plant some warm season crops. And we'll be talking about planting actually in the garden plus in the pots as well. And we're going to plant some zucchini and some beans, some beets and Swiss chard and kale and some mixed greens and a few things like that. We'll talk about things that you can be using to replace things in your garden during the mid-season. Then we're also going to do a little bit later, first part of August, we are going to be doing a series of videos on planting fall crops in containers specifically. So we'll be talking about growing in containers for the fall. Okay, so we'll talk about what things we can be planting and how we should be taking care of those in the containers in order to have an abundant crop of fall goodies for us here in our garden. Okay, so this could be a good opportunity for you guys to grab a few of these smart pots and maybe, you know, join along with us as we go through this series of videos. And so we'll have 5 total. We'll do 2 on the mid-season planting, and then we're going to do 3 on fall gardening in containers. Okay, so that's what's coming up. All right, so that's it. If you guys are interested in the smart pots, link down in the description for you to follow. Okay, so look for those videos coming up over the next few weeks and months here on the channel. I'm super excited. Thank you again to Smart Pots for partnering with us on these videos. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay, all right, that's all I have for you for this week. Please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that notification bell so you get notice every time I release new videos. And make sure you go follow us over on Instagram so that you can see what's happening daily in the garden and kind of get some daily gardening tips as well. Great place to do that. Okay, that's it for this time, guys. Thanks. We'll talk to you later. Happy gardening.